Bavaria, you've been pretty good.
Beautiful, not great for van life.
Not great for van life. Bye bye, Bavaria. On to our next journey. So, how do we wild camp in Czech Republic? Well, firstly, it's important to know that in Czech Republic and most European countries, it's not technically legal to wild camp, or more specifically van camp. That being said, there's a wide community that regularly van camp and wild camp, and if you're sensible with picking your spots and you're respectful to the surroundings, it's generally fun. To find our spots, we use a popular app called Park4Night. What does that say? 4 hours and 2 minutes, 321 kilometers left.
What's that?
Croissant for you. Coffee for me.
Thank you.
A road snack. 1 o'clock, about 2.5, 3 hours in. 3 hours to go.
What are you up to?
Trying to find a park up.
How's it looking?
There's a lot around. See if we can find a good one. It's a free app to download, and it's basically a community-run directory of places to park, both in daytime and nighttime, and paid parking spots, anything to do with parking your vehicle around Europe. There are different categories on the app which you can filter and sort by, and there's one in particular, the nature park app, which we normally strive for when we're finding a wild camp, because we want to be away from residential areas and surrounded by nature. Made it to Czech Republic!
Woo!
New country unlocked.
We've never been here, so let's check it out.
The app just displays a map which you can scan through and search these different spots, and on each listing there's usually a couple of photos and some reviews. Now, with being a community run app, you do have to take it with a pinch of salt. Sometimes you'll turn up at a spot and it's not open anymore. Sometimes it's being used for storage by companies, or it's a different time of year and the road's closed.
That's where Google Maps was telling us to go?
That is the end of the road.
Yeah.
We're 2 minutes away, about 1 kilometre away.
Oh, that's annoying.
Maybe there's another road? Okay, we found the spot.
Kind of.
It's on the other side of the river,
Yeah.
and it's not accessible for us.
Really beautiful spot.
The road had obviously been closed for winter. It was the only road leading to the spot. So now we have to find somewhere else.
Okay, this one's 15 minutes away. Pretty well reviewed.
Is this it? Yeah,
What?
I think this might be it.
Okay, it's quite close to residential housing.
From this direction, this looks pretty idyllic. That's definitely a residential house. We're definitely in line of sight of people's houses. And that's not something we're particularly keen on when we wild camp, for the respect of the residents and for the comfort of ourselves. Yeah, I think this might be 2 for 2 bus so far. gets tough at this point to keep on looking. It's getting late, we're getting tired, we've done a lot of driving. I think we'll try one more spot, but this is what it's like when you're trying to find a place wild camping. It doesn't always work out first or second time. Third's the charm, eh? For us, there's a couple of things that are quite important when we find a wild camp. We don't want to be anywhere near residents. We want to generally have some kind of phone signal, and we want it to be in a clean environment where other campers have been and taken their mess away with them. Once we found a suitable spot and we stay the night, generally we restrict it to only one night unless we're completely in the middle of nowhere and we know we can stay for a couple of nights without being disturbed or without disturbing the locals who might be going on dog walks or hikes. And of course, the most important thing with wild camping in Czech, Europe and any other country is to leave no trace. Three reviews, they're all 5-star.
I think I just found the one you're talking about.
Yeah, below the television tower. There's a nature camp 31 minutes away. Another half an hour drive is a difficult prospect.
Especially if it's not like...
Yeah, if it comes up a dud and we've done another half an hour drive, we'll be in the dark by then.
This one's 20 minutes. There's no reviews though. Only the one review.
Do you want to try it?
Yeah, but then is it going to be the same kind of...
Like by a bridge again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're in luck after all. And yes, I am using the car to illuminate my face right now. So after admitting defeat, we got down to a campsite, only to find it's closed and all the other campsites in the area are closed. However, just by the gates to the campsite is a little lay-by. It's not far from the road, but it's discreet enough. There's a bit of internet service. We're not near any residential properties. I think we'll just stay here for the night. Okay. It's not perfect, but I think it checks all the boxes for one night. It's got a phone reception. We're not near anyone else. We're not disturbing anyone. We're not going to be disturbed. And we feel comfortable. We'll have to move on tomorrow, but we plan on getting up at like 7 anyway. But we've done it. We are wild camping on the first night in Czech.
Woo! I didn't think it was going to happen.
No.
And also, I think we can reach the river from here.
We're not swimming.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my cat's just jumped in our van.
Because it's nice and toasty and we're cooking. Oh, no, he's got a collar on.
Oh, he's got a collar. We've just kidnapped a van. They've just kidnapped a cat. No, he's on me.
Oh, he's on me. Oh, hello. He's just curious. Oh, God, look at him. Oh.
He's got a collar. He's someone's cat.
Yeah, mine.
You're going to get stolen if you're not careful. We survived the night by one of 3 successfully complete wild camping in Czech. Got 2 more nights to go. I think we could do a little better than this.
Did you hear a car horn last night?
No.
Yeah, I was dreaming so vividly, I couldn't tell what was real or not. I thought someone honked at us. This is the first time we found our own park up. We usually use Park4Night, but other people have reviewed it and said that it's fine. I think that's why I was a little bit on edge and had a bit of a restful night's sleep.
This is wild. Warm milk over mango. Is it a thing?
But it's usually coconut milk.
Oh.
It's really good. It's really yummy. You try some?
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's really good. We've got until about 2-3 p.m. and we're going to start finding a better park. But first, got some cool things lined up this morning.
Top van life tip. When you're sleeping wild, wake up early. Because the last thing you want to happen is to wake up at 9 o'clock and you're surrounded by dog walkers and people are getting annoyed with you. We woke up at 7. It just gives you time to get ready for the day how you want to.
Oh no! My trail's gone cold.
Wow. Whoa! Oh my god, this is wild! Wow, this is scary! Oh, don't look down. Oh my god. Oh.
View up there was fantastic. I'm not sure how well it will come out on camera. Zara's not feeling 100%. I think she might have the illness I had last week. So I think that's all we're doing today. It was lovely to get a bit of a walk and see the scenery, but I think we're going to head to a park up quite early. The hunt begins. See what we can find for night 2, wild camping in Czech. We've come to a decision. We're going to go to the one with a nice view. The reason being, it has 25 reviews on Park4Night compared to the other one that had no reviews. So it feels like a solid bet and it looks quite beautiful. If it's no good, there are other spots in the area and it's only 1 o'clock, so we've got plenty of time to find a good spot. Sitting down here. How far? I don't know.
Whoa! Did you just get stuck in the mud?
I did just get stuck in the mud.
No, stop, go forward, go backwards. That's always a bad sign. Look at how deep your tyre marks are. A lot of beer cans, so I think this is a bit of a local, like, youth hangout, which is never very pleasant.
Okay, so right back here at the back of the parking area, the ground's firm enough and it looks fine. But it's not a spectacular park up. The view, at least at this time of year, is nothing special. There's rubbish around and we wanted something good today. So I think we've agreed this is going to be our backup plan. We've got a couple more to try. If we can't find anywhere, then this will do for the night.
It looks less muddy down there.
I think we found the spot. It was along a road, a couple of 100 meters. You kind of come halfway around the lake and it opens out. The place is looking pretty good. The ground's looking pretty hard.
The weather's looking good tonight.
Yeah, no chance of rain. And even if there is a bit of rain, it's meant to be like 0 degrees. So hopefully the ground will remain quite hard. So we're going to go for it.
Yes.
Got the lake behind us. We're going to spend the night by a nice frozen lake. If we can drive down here. Let's go see if we can make the drive. think we're through it. Getting out will be tomorrow's problem.
This is really nice. I'm glad that we moved on to this one.
Yeah, Appa made it. We're happy. We've got a signal.
Yes.
We're not in view of people's properties. Feel comfortable?
Yes.
Me too.
And we met a local, and he said if we walk around the lake, we'll be able to see some beaver huts. And hopefully an actual beaver.
It'll be pretty tough to beat tomorrow night, but stick around. We're going to try our best to get a spot with a view tomorrow. Well, that's another night successfully complete. Didn't get moved on, didn't have a disturbed night. It was lovely. Cold, but lovely. We're feeling like a bit of a relaxed day and we've got the spot to do it. So we're just gonna have some breakfast, chill out, do some editing and probably just spend the day here. But tonight we have our third and final wild camping opportunity in Czech. This place is lovely and we're definitely going to use it as a fallback if we can't find anywhere else. One more night, let's see if we can top it. We had a man come up to us yesterday afternoon before we parked up. And he told us of something pretty special just around this lake.
Wow.
So
he said, "You want me to show you something special?" It was kind of giving Lovely Bones vibes. Like he was going to show us to a hole in the ground. But he turned out to be really lovely.
let's go see the beavers. There's loads around.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I feel like we shouldn't tread too much over it. We're kind of like, we're on the construction site right now.
But it does look like, you know, there's like an entrance hole.
We found what could either be a beaver hut or a terrible attempt at a den by a child.
Or just a pile of sticks.
Or just a pile of sticks that have fallen in an abstract way. For any beaver experts that might be watching this, is that their home? We found more beaver huts. I don't want to get any closer out of respect for the beavers, but if you can see one there, and the third one in the distance. No beavers were found today. It's time we move on and find our third and final park up in Czech. As a general rule of thumb, we avoid wild camps in national parks. In most countries, that's where you're more likely to get moved on. There'll be forest rangers around and they're protected areas for a reason. However, there's a lot of good reviews on Park4Night in this national park. It might be worth checking it out. We'll gather a couple of options, but either way, we've got about an hour's driving ahead of us. I guess I'll just drive across the ditch and hope for the best, right?
God.
First impressions of the cars here, because there's a lake. I'm sure they'll clear out by the evening, but let's go take a look on foot. Okay, this is what we're dealing with. Just like a flat, small car park. Bit snowy. And maybe like 3-4 minute drive from a local village. Okay, the first place was a bust. It seems like a pretty popular place for locals, and there will be a lot of car traffic coming in and out. It's not overly beautiful, and the lake was frozen over with a very large offensive symbol drawn in the ice. So we're not loving it here. We'll find a new spot. This is the spot. It looks okay. We've got a bit of phone service. It's just a case of, our snow tire's good enough.
There's a little bit of an incline.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get up there?
There's only one way to find out.
Struggling. It just gets steeper. Even if you get up here, it gets steeper. I think this might be a bust as well.
We managed to get parked just about, not blocking any of the roads. But there's no phone service here. Also, it's 5:30. We only have 20-30 minutes top left of daylight. We're going to drive back up this road that we just came down. It was about a 2-kilometre stretch, and there were quite a few similar spots to this. So we might be able to just make our own and add it to Park4Night. Failing that, it's going to be a case of, do we come back here and deal with no phone service, or we'll have to abandon the wild camp and go to a campsite. Nowhere else had phone signal. And all the campsites are really badly reviewed. They look like horrible. I think it'll be alright for the night. Well, I don't think we're going to get moved on. Let's just hope we can get out tomorrow morning. Right, we're all set up for the evening. It's not a bad spot. It doesn't have a gorgeous view or somewhere to swim. Under the stars, in the woods, in the snow. I don't think that's too bad. So, granted we don't get moved on in the middle of the night, this will do nicely. We did it. Another peaceful, undisturbed night. Under the stars, wild camping.
In the snow.
In the snow, in Czech Republic. 3 for 3. Let's go.
Whoop whoop!
I didn't know if we were going to get all 3. As you've seen with this video, it doesn't always go your way when you're trying to wild camp. There's a lot of variables, and sometimes you do have to resort to a campsite. But we made it happen. 3 park ups. This one, thoughts on this park up?
The lack of service was a problem, but only because we had stuff we needed to plan tonight. Most of the time it's nice to disconnect.
If this video helped you at all, if you're thinking about wild camping across Europe or Czech, we're still new to the YouTube game. We'd appreciate if you drop a comment with some feedback or give the video a like or even subscribe for future videos. But for now, we're going to get back on the road to the Arctic Circle.